To our neighbors and friends, we come to you today to let you know what's on our hearts. Because you're the reason what we do is so much more meaningful than a job. The reason we believe in the power of investing in tomorrow and the power of community. So this is simply thank you. As we step boldly into a time of growth and change, consider this our promise that every investment in our hospital is an investment in our communities.
September is here and we want to be clear.
There's a lot going down in this friendly town.
With the Friday night DJ dance party and one-of-a-kind vendors and a costume contest on Saturday.
Come dressed as your favorite character for 2 great days with Lexicon.
Whether you're a seasoned art collector or just like to dabble in the arts, take part in a new tradition on campus with the OSU Art Festival.
Fire trucks, food trucks, and a good time
Can all be found at Friday Food Trucks and Dunes First Responders Night.
From the vintage needle and thread to the modern sewing machine.
With over 250 quilts on display, every type of stitch can be found.
Experience a true cowboy heritage event with authentic food straight from the chuck wagon to your plate.
Don't miss a bounce in America's friendliest college town.
Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine-in, pickup, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Knobloch, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition. It's back. Stillwater High School football returns to TV 31. Be sure to catch every home game as the Pioneers look to return to the championship game. Stillwater High School football is brought to you by our friends at Tiger Drug. Also by Freddie Paul's Steakhouse. By Bank First. Also by Formal Fantasy. The Houck Agency for all of your insurance and real estate needs. By McDonald's. By Martin, Jean, and Jackson. Also brought to you by Harrison Electric. Legacy Oil and Gas. By Wendell Stevens Shelter Insurance. By Gigabytes. And by Charlie's Discount Drug. Catch Stillwater High School football on TV 31 Fridays, also streaming on TV31.net. Replays convene Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook as well. Catch it right here on TV 31.
To our neighbors and friends, we come to you today to let you know what's on our hearts. Because you're the reason what we do is so much more meaningful than a job. The reason we believe in the power of investing in tomorrow and the power of community. So this is simply thank you. As we step boldly into a time of growth and change, consider this our promise that every investment in our hospital is an investment in our communities.
The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine-in, pickup, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Knobloch, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition. It's back. Stillwater High School football returns to TV 31. Be sure to catch every home game as the Pioneers look to return to the championship game. Stillwater High School football is brought to you by our friends at Tiger Drug. Also by Freddie Paul's Steakhouse. By Bank First. Also by Formal Fantasy. The Houck Agency for all of your insurance and real estate needs. By McDonald's. By Martin, Jean, and Jackson. Also brought to you by Harrison Electric. Legacy Oil and Gas. By Wendell Stevens Shelter Insurance. By Gigabytes. And by Charlie's Discount Drug. Catch Stillwater High School football on TV 31 Fridays, also streaming on TV31.net. Replays can be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook as well. Catch it right here on TV 31. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition on a Friday morning. Cool, but not going to stay cool today. We'll get to that forecast coming up in just a little bit. Casey Kendrick along with Kevin Clark. How are you, sir?
I am great. We slept with the windows open last night.
Is that right?
It was wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely that kind of time of year. And, you know, I don't know the last time we've done that, though. And we need to.
It's been a while.
We need to. Yeah, I need to open up the windows a little bit, let a little fresh air in. I spent a little time last night in Mustang, Oklahoma,
yes,
where the Stillwater Pioneers 8th grade team got a victory 30-28.
Wow.
Stopped the 2-point conversion with a minute left to go that would have tied the game up, and that was a close game. 7th grade won easily prior to that, and there is still not, at least from 7th grade up, 7th, 8th, 9th JV high school, team that has lost yet this season.
Wow.
It's a really good run right now for the Pioneers. So they're on the road at Midwest City looking for district win number 2, trying to go to 5-0 halfway through the season, stay undefeated, and so exciting time for them as well. So.
And no coach wants to be that guy who lost the first game.
Oh, that's exactly. Well, I promised you last night the 9th grade or the 8th grade team rather was. I mean, they were feeling a little pressure, and you don't want to be the team that does that. I'm not sure, but I know the 3rd and the 4th grade teams are undefeated. I don't know about the 5th and the 6th. So, but I mean, it's a good run right now for Pioneer football all the way through. So good stuff. Let's see, Oklahoma State's on the road tomorrow down in Lubbock, Texas, taking on Texas Tech at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So. You gonna watch? You gonna go on the road?
Yes, no, I will watch. Absolutely.
I mean, you've been on the road, or
my wife is out of town with a friend this weekend, but I will be home watching the game.
All right.
After a 9 o'clock client appointment.
Well, I started to say, wife's gone. And, honeydews, R&R.
Oh no, I've got the weekend. I'm probably going to get some more Perry policies done because I'm helping them with their policy packet.
Man, and who wouldn't want to work with policy when you get a little me time?
That's right. And I've got a book I'm reading. I'm going to spend some time in.
Yeah. What are we reading?
I am reading The Making of the President, 1960.
Wow.
Ted White wrote every 4 years, starting in 1960. Ted wrote one about the presidential campaign that had just took place, and I'm working my way through those books.
Ted White still with us?
Ted is gone.
Because I would sure like to know his thoughts on the last one.
Yes.
The last couple.
Yes.
And it's been an interesting little run. Finally, before we get to the weather, have you watched the Ken Burns series on country music?
I haven't recorded. We watched the first episode, but we've not. My wife hasn't had time to sit and watch it, so we could watch it together.
Yeah, it is. It's a long watch, obviously, but I rarely have that kind of time to sit and watch TV either. But ironically, I work for a TV station. But it is extremely well done. Extremely well done.
The one episode we saw was terrific.
And good stuff. All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast. It's at least terrific right now. Weather brought to you by our friends at McDonald's, home of breakfast all day long, and the new kiosk available as well to make your order easier and quicker. Temperatures at 56 degrees right now. Forecast, we've got winds out of the northeast at 7 miles an hour. Forecast, we do have a 20% chance of showers that will maybe develop. That rain has stayed pretty much again to our northwest and will continue to stay there. But even though we're in the 50s this morning, we're going to climb to the 70s. 79 will be a high this afternoon. So a little bit warm today with a low tonight of 67. Winds out of the east-northeast at 7 miles an hour.
But still not bad.
It's not bad. It's closer to what it's supposed to be this time of year.
I'll take that over 90s.
Well, we were in the 90s for a long time. So, but we're going to get cooler eventually, and much cooler. And last night it was cool at the game, so careful what you ask for, I guess. We'll look at that extended forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Kind of a hazy, kind of a gray day to start the morning. And tell us about our guest.
Well, John Mark Day is here. We're talking United Way.
United Way. I said this yesterday because I've not met John Mark Day until just a few moments ago.
And you were telling me he was in Sweeney Todd,
He was
right?
in Sweeney
He was
Todd.
a bad guy.
He was one of the bad guys.
Doesn't surprise
he
me.
got taken out.
Anybody that goes by the three names, John Mark Day, that's usually how that works. They're usually bad guys. You got to watch them. Hey, I will say this real quickly. Interestingly enough, there was an inquiry made about the new Joker movie came out,
Yes.
AMC, talking about just villains. And the Joker is out and doing just a little bit of research. Is there some security, extra security around AMC and around theaters across the country? And the answer was, we can't tell you.
That
Which
would be
would
the
tell
answer.
you that perhaps there's a few extra people in the audience. Over the
Or
next
they
few
didn't
weeks.
think of it, and we're not falling up to that either.
There was an either oh crap factor, or there was a no. I guarantee you, this movie's garnered too much attention. I guarantee you they have. So, hey, with that, let's take a break. Again, we'll continue with the Morning Edition from our Houck Agent Studios as we continue with the Morning Edition right after this.
The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it.
Freddie Paul's Steakhouse and Brian invite you to experience this Stillwater staple. Established in 2001 and armed with the best steaks in town, daily lunch buffet, and catering available, there is something for even your pickiest of family members. Homemade with love, they combine family recipes, a professional chef, and a dedicated staff to bring you a fantastic dining experience. Looking for something new to do with the family? Come check out Sky Golf Driving Range and take a few swings while enjoying full food and drink service. Freddie Paul's Steakhouse, where they believe you should always enjoy the exceptional flavor of what you're eating.
Charlie's Discount Drug, where we know our customers by name. Oh, yeah. Charlie's Discount Drug.
Frontier Lanes is Stillwater's favorite family entertainment destination. Open 7 days a week, Ernie and the crew offer 16 lanes of bowling, but that's just where the fun begins. Knock down the pins to the sounds of your favorite tunes with our jukebox. The game room features pinball, pool, and exciting arcade games. And with a full snack bar, you can satisfy your thirst and get some of the best burgers and fries in town. Frontier Lanes near Airport Road at 3524 North Washington. Call 372-8584 and be sure to ask them about booking your child's next birthday party.
Life beyond the gravitational pull of the city requires a can-do attitude. It takes versatility to accomplish all that needs to be done, and enough power to never get in over your head. The Kubota L-Series tractor pulls up its bootstraps, hooks up to its many attachments, and gets the job done right. That's why it's the #1 selling compact tractor in America.
All right, we're back with John Mark Day, and I know you primarily as a cast member at Town and Gown, and we were just talking, you've been here 4 years, and you've been in shows since right away.
My first show at Town and Gown was Into the Woods that spring, so it's been a great way to jump in and get to be part of the community here.
And you're in at least one show a season.
At least one. Yeah, I usually do at least a summer musical. This season I'm in a couple more, so it's a good way to spend all of your time down at the theater. So it's a great place.
Very good. Well, we're glad you're here this morning. You work on campus. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
I do. So I am the Director of Leadership and Campus Life at Oklahoma State University. So everything that happens that a student gets to participate in outside of the classroom, whether that's student organizations, SGA, fraternities, sororities, volunteering in the community, that's the things we get to work on. And so it's a great opportunity to help students develop their leadership skills.
Does that include residential life, or is that a whole separate deal?
That is a separate deal, but we do work very closely with them. So it's a good place.
And you are a member of the board of the United Way.
I'm a member of the board of the United Way, and so we are deeply in our campaign for the 2020 season. This year we're trying to raise $950,000 to support agencies in the Payne County community. That's the largest campaign goal that we have ever had.
And what did we raise last year?
$925,000.
Okay, so it's a $25,000 stretch.
$25,000 stretch, which I think we're going to just blow right by. So I'm excited to see the community come together and raise that money for us.
Okay, so how many agencies do we have now for United Way?
There are about 22 partner agencies here in Payne County that we work with, ranging from Big Brothers Big Sisters that provides mentoring for kids, to Mobile Meals, Wings of Hope, Mission of Hope, really anything that can help somebody in Payne County thrive. The United Way gets to work with.
And if I remember Sherry and Ivy in the past talking, 99% of the money stays in our community.
That's exactly right. 99% of the money raised stays right here in Payne County.
And that's impressive. I mean, a lot of organizations will have a much larger percentage going to the national headquarters.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the very unique things about the United Way that makes this organization so special is the overhead is very low. Everything is done on a tight and thoughtful budget. I mean, if you think about the number of agencies that are reached by the United Way, our United Way here in Payne County has 3 full-time staff members. And so it's a small staff and then a large volunteer board that does most of the work to empower all of these agencies.
So the campaign now is just really kicking off.
We kicked off officially 2 weeks ago with the Day of Caring, where we sent folks all throughout the Payne County communities to do projects for the agencies. And we'll go through December or until we hit that $950,000.
And so how many, in terms of Day of Caring, how many participated, do you know?
There were over 700 people who participated at sites all over Payne County. So we had the biggest push here in Stillwater, but there was a really great push in Cushing and one in Perkins as well. So those communities are really rising with their involvement in Day of Caring and the overall United Way.
And just name some of the kinds of projects that were being done.
Absolutely. Well, I took a group of student affairs folks from OSU and we went to the Thrifty Butterfly and spent the day sorting and helping them get that store arranged. Everything that is sold at the Thrifty Butterfly goes directly to Wings of Hope to support their services. A lot of Mobile Meals clients have folks come out and work around their houses, do yard work, clean up. The Girl Scout camp does a huge project. Salvation Army has folks come out and do some construction and repair work on their facility. So it's everything from retail supply, which we did, to construction, to yard work and cleaning. People engaged throughout the community.
Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about how people can get involved.
Fantastic.
So we'll return this after this word from some of our sponsors.
Hard work, dedication, tradition, and proven results. That's Pioneer Football, and that's the law firm of Martin, Jean, and Jackson. That commitment to excellence has served the Pioneers for years, and it's done the same for Martin, Jean, and Jackson with over 100 years of combined experience in injury law. Martin, Jean, and Jackson has offices in Stillwater, Ponca City, Tulsa, and our new location in Oklahoma City. Our Stillwater office is conveniently located at 400 South Duck Street. Stop by our location or call us at 405-377-5000. Teams always strive to be their very best. That's the Pioneers, and that's Martin, Jean, and Jackson, attorneys at law.
Harrison Electric in downtown Stillwater can handle any commercial or residential job with expertise. But don't take my word for it. These are actual Google customer reviews for Harrison Electric. When they make an appointment, they show up on time. Very professional employees who respect the client. They clean up after themselves and did an awesome job. Talked us through the plans with us and came up with the most economical plan for us. Very easy to work with on changes that came up. Highly recommend. So there you have it. The public has spoken. Call Harrison Electric at 372-7171 and see what everyone is talking about.
If you haven't been to TS Fork at White Barn Estates lately, we have an exciting new concept to tell you about. It's called Thirsty Thursdays, and it includes 4 courses of the same high-quality food as our other nights and some of the best mixed drinks you've ever had. Best of all, no reservations are required. And while you're there, relax with a drink on our covered patio and check out the gift shop with Made in Oklahoma products. Go to tsfork.com for more details and to check out our upcoming special menus.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Ooh, 64 Dream Car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides and have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo. From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman. Love those shoes. Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Agent Wendell Stevens about Shelter's auto insurance discounts.
Frontier Lanes is Stillwater's favorite family entertainment destination. Open 7 days a week, Earning the Crew offers 16 lanes of bowling, but that's just where the fun begins. Knock down the pins to the sounds of your favorite tunes with our jukebox. The game room features pinball, pool, and exciting arcade games. And with a full snack bar, you can satisfy your thirst and get some of the best burgers and fries in town. Frontier Lanes near Airport Road at 3524 North Washington. Call 372-8584 and be sure to ask them about booking your child's next birthday party.
All right, we're back with John Mark Day talking United Way, and how can people get involved?
So there are several great ways to get involved. First of all, we are looking for folks to give to the campaign. And so you can log on to unitedwaypainecounty.org, and they will provide you with all of the resources for donating there. A lot of our businesses in town also have massive United Way campaigns at work. And so for us at OSU, we can give through payroll deduction, and a lot of organizations within campus do their own fundraisers. So I walked into my office yesterday and it was covered in pink flamingos because I had been flocked.
Oh,
so
there you go.
I had to call and pay to get those removed, which I did very quickly. But there are lots of fun fundraisers throughout the area to get involved with. There are also things like next week, Eskimo Joe's Juke Joint Jog is happening on October 12th. That is a massive fundraiser for the United Way. So all funds raised through that will go to United Way, and folks can sign up for the 1 mile fun run. They can do the 5K. They can just come and cheer people on, which is what I usually do. There's a big music festival following that. And then the United Way is always looking for folks to volunteer as well. So also on that website, unitedwaypainecounty.org, there are lists of our agencies and the volunteer needs that they have. So if you're looking for a place to get plugged into the community, that's also a really good opportunity to check out.
Absolutely. So the website is?
unitedwaypainecounty.org.
Okay, and so people can go there, they can volunteer through there, they can donate through there.
Absolutely.
All the tools they need.
All the tools they need, all of the contact information, and all of the resources to get plugged in.
Okay. So what's your connection? Why did you get on board of United Way?
You know, I had a friend who was the previous campaign chair for OSU, and she called me and said, you know, I'm involved with this organization. This is a great thing to look at, and I'd like for you to think about taking on the campaign for OSU. And so I went to a couple of meetings, I met with some folks, and I was so impressed by the level at which this organization operates. You know, the agencies that we have here in Payne County do so much good. And if we can take away that fundraising concern from them, so let them focus on the things that they're really good at, it's such a great opportunity to
just
make
take
a
some of the
really big
pressure
impact.
off. I think they all have their own fundraisers.
They do their own. They do their own fundraisers.
But take some of the pressure off.
Absolutely, yeah. For us, the United Way contributes. For some organizations, it's 5% of their budget. For some, it's a significant portion of their budget. So to provide that resource to our agencies here in town, to the folks who can actually go out and provide real good to people here in Payne County is a great opportunity.
Okay, very good. One more time, the website.
UnitedWayPaineCounty.org.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after the word from some of our sponsors with the extended forecast and take us into the weekend right after this.
Hi, Casey Kendrick along with Tom Dorado, inviting you to join us for Out of Bounds. Tom, we've been able to talk to Patsy Armstrong recently. We've had Colin Carmichael on not too long ago. And coming up, we got obviously some basketball to get to because the basketball season practices are around the corner. But obviously, we're going to talk to, hopefully next week, talk a little bit about the passing and the celebration of life for Boone Pickens.
And you have him on every week on radio site, Larry Reese, and I think we're going to get Larry in his seat here next week. He would have attended with some other dignitaries here in the athletic department, attended the actual funeral, Boone Pickens in Dallas. And then, of course, we're going to try to preview, if you will, and let you know what's coming up in the celebration of life, which is, as we speak, it will be next Wednesday, in Gallagher Iba Arena at I think at 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
maybe it's
the
3.
25th.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it is 3. But either way, it'd be a great chance to talk about it. I thought it was interesting. The National Football Foundation put out a release on that. So obviously a huge story in the celebration of life. We'll find out more about that coming up next week here on the show. It's Out of Bounds Live. Every Tuesday morning, Out of Bounds Raw, we call it, and that is the ugliness of the show, beginning at 10 o'clock. The edited version,
including the mice.
Hey, that's our live studio audience. What are you talking about? That's what you turn into at midnight every night.
Yes, I do.
Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, and Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. It's Out of Bounds right here on TV 31.
Where do you go for computer help? Gigabytes. Gigabyte staff are experts in virus removal, software updates, and faster running computers. Gigabytes also provides small business support and network support, including websites. And they do laptop screen replacements, and they do all kinds of cosmetic repairs as well. Whatever your computer needs, they are the ones that can provide you with the answers and solutions to get you up and running. Gigabytes, 918 South Main, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or call 533-1715. The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine in, pick up, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Mount Block, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition.
Do you take multiple routine prescriptions for medical conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, COPD, asthma, or arthritis? Are you tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month to pick up refills of all your medications? Tiger Drug has a new, easy, convenient, and free synchronized refill program for you. We will work with your insurance so that your meds will all be available on your refill date so that there will be no waiting. Call one of our friendly staff members and ask how you can join the synchronized refill program at 405-372-7900 or stop by at 825 South Walnut. And be sure to ask about our vaccination program. Tiger Drug in Stillwater, where the customer comes first.
It's a long story.
That's okay. I got time if you got
listen.
time. I'm surprised to hear you say you're high energy. Not at all surprised to hear that.
The other ones would be, they would probably, if I really pushed them on it, they would go, dude, so you're a hypocrite.
TV 31 is your local station. For coverage of news, weather, sports, and entertainment, stay tuned to TV 31. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Welcome back, Casey Kidrick, along with Kevin Clark. Good stuff, and they've always got something good going on. Great organization to help support.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate them being on with us this morning. Let's go ahead and look at the weather forecast, shall we? Let's start with a live look. Actually, we'll start with a commercial because that's how we do that around here. Weather is brought to you this morning by McDonald's.
The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it.
There's a live look outside this morning, a little bit cloudy, and here are the current conditions. We've got temperatures in the mid-50s, 56 degrees right now. Winds out of the north-northeast at 7 miles an hour. Humidity, it is sticky, 87% visibility is good. Forecast today, 20% chance of showers this afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies. The rain has stayed mostly to our northwest as that cold front pushed through, but they've gotten lots of rain. They've needed lots of rain up there in the northwestern part of the state. All the way stretching down to the southwestern part. 67 will be the low. We've got winds will continue out of the east-northeast at about 7 miles an hour. Your extended forecast, again, warming up tomorrow. That is definitely well above normal at 81. 50% chance of showers, scattered showers. May not be a washout, but we will have some rain off and on throughout your Saturday. Low of 57 on Sunday, though, as that another cold front, really strong front moves through. We're going to see a high of only 65 on Sunday with a low of 48. Continue to see some thunder showers out there as well. On Monday, high of 72 with a low of 48, and then we'll be in the mid-70s rather by Tuesday, and that chance of rain, just a little nagging chance of rain, going to hang around for a while as we see lows in the 40s and the 50s. There's your extended forecast brought to you by our friends at McDonald's. All right, coming up next week on the show.
Well, Monday we're going to kick it off with the folks from the Stillwater History Museum at the Sherrar. Tuesday we'll have folks here from Lake McMurtry. Wednesday is our Payne County update. Thursday, the OSU Rotary Rodeo Club. I'll get that out yet. And then Friday, we'll end up the week with the Stillwater Public Library.
Very good. That's some good stuff. And we leave you on this Friday with another parting shot. Oh, look at the little baby. Oh, wow, that's a good deal right there. That's provided by Brown's Photography. And look at that little baby. That little baby is out. That's where I'd like to be right now. Just swaddled and
just
sleeping like a
snuggled
baby.
up.
Yeah, it would be good stuff. If you would like to share your parting shot with us, we would love to see it. You can send it to us via newsroom at tv31.net. You can also send it to us on Facebook, and we might use your picture on the show. There you go. Hey, that's going to do it for us. For Kevin Clark, I'm Casey Kendrick. Have a tremendous weekend. We'll catch you back here on Monday for another edition of the Morning Edition. See you then.
We're back.
We are back, and we were talking about a story. And anyway, hey, Casey Kendrick along with Kevin Clark, inviting you to join us for the Morning Edition. Next week, we've got a full lineup of guests.
We do indeed. On Monday, we're going to kick it off with the folks from the Stillwater History Museum at the Sherrar. On Tuesday, we'll have people here from Lake McMurtry. Wednesday is our Payne County update. Thursday, we'll hear from the OSU Rotary Rodeo Club. I'm going to get that. I don't know. I stumbled over it. OSU Rodeo Club. And on Friday, we'll finish off with Stillwater Public Library.
Very good. It's going to be a full week. Plus, we'll look at that weather forecast. The temperatures going up, down, trying to get into fall, but it's working hard. We'll have that forecast for you and much more. It's the Morning Edition live at 7 with replays at 8 in the morning, 12:30 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evenings from our Houck Agency studios. It's the Morning Edition only here on TV 31.